Ted and Tracy, childhood sweethearts. They finally got married, and they were on their honeymoon. But tragedy struck as Ted was swimming in the turquoise ocean. He was attacked by a shark and lost both his legs. He was in a wheelchair, but Tracy, she stood by him and she pushed Ted everywhere. She was devoted to Ted. They went back to England, and then tragedy struck again. As Ted got a disease in both his arms that was fatal, Ted had to have his arms amputated. Ted was just a body and a head. And just as Tracy stood by him and they thought things couldn't get any worse, they did. Ted got cancer of the body. And then he had to have his body removed, and he was just a head. Ted, the head. But Tracy, she stood by him, her childhood sweetheart. She didn't mind that Ted was just a head. She stayed with him. But then Ted got terrible acne, and then he got an eye infection. And to make matters worse, he went deaf. He was really struggling at this point. And then one day, Tracy came home from work, and Ted wasn't there. Ted had gone. She looked out the window, and she saw Ted rolling off with another woman. She couldn't believe it. But Ted then rolled down the hill. He rolled too far. He rolled onto a football pitch. And the players, well, they thought he was a ball. They started kicking him around. Ted was in so much pain, they were kicking him from goal to goal. And then the referee blew the whistle. It was the 90th minute. Ted thought, fantastic. But then the referee said, penalty shootout. It went from bad to worse. Then Ted was in hospital. He was lying there, and Tracy came. He looked up. He said, Tracy, I have something to tell you. She said, what, Ted? I left a pizza in the oven.